Brize Norton Airbus Airport Information Mike 1110 Zulu, wind 120 at 8, visibility 10 miles or more, few clouds at 2000, ceiling 4400 broken, temperature 1 tree, dew point 09er, QNH 102 scattered at 2000, landing and departing runway 07, transition level 030, advise on initial contact, you have information Mike.
Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, ready to copy IFR clearance to Isle of Man Airport.
Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, Briggs Grand, expect runway 07, climb flight level 060 on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors Daventry, squawk 3013.
Expect runway 07, climb flight level 060 on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors Daventry, squawk 3013. Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy.
Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco, Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy. Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, ramp 51 request engine start.
Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, engine start approved, call when ready for taxi.
Roger, engine start approved. Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy. Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active.
Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy, runway 07 taxi via Charlie.
Runway 07 taxi via Charlie. Rafael Romeo 83 Heavy.
Feb Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy. Contact Briggs Tower 123.73.
Over to Tower 123.73 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy. Bye bye. Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, holding short, runway 07.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, Briggs Tower, wind 120, take fly runway heading, runway 07 cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 07 cleared for takeoff. Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, contact Briggs departure 133.755.
Contact Briggs departure 133.755 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy. Briggs, Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, 1,600 feet.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, Briggs departure, identify, climb to flight level 120.
Climb to flight level 120 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, turn left, heading 030.
Turn left, heading 030 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy.
Bravo Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, cleared direct vector departure 2. Resume on navigation.
Roger, we'll head direct vector departure 2 then resume on navigation. Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, thanks.
You're very welcome. Bravo Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, contact London Control 118.475.
Center on 118.475 Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy. London Control, Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, good day, crossing flight level 097 for flight level 120.
Bravo Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, London Control, identified, climb to flight level 240.
Climb to flight level 240 Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy.
EG23 Romeo Whiskey, contact Paris Control 119.825.
Center on 119.825 EG23 Romeo Whiskey. Have a good day.
Ryanair 120 uniform, contact Amsterdam, radar 119.175.
Contact Amsterdam, radar 119.175, Ryanair 120 uniform.
Mechanics for Alpha Delta, contact London Control 118.775.
Center on 118.775 Mechanics for Alpha Delta.
Airhop 89 Yankee Zulu, contact Paris Control 119 and decimal 825.
Contact Paris Control 119 and decimal 825, Airhop 89 Yankee Zulu.
London Control, Tranix 82 Lima Golf, good day, flight level 349er.
Tranix 82 Lima Golf, London Control, radar contact. ED23 Romeo Whiskey, contact Paris Control 119 and decimal 825, have a good day.
Contact Paris Control 119 and decimal 825, EZ23 Romeo Whiskey.
Ryanair 263 Delta, contact London Control 118.775.
Central 118.775, Ryanair 263 Delta, bye-bye.
Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, contact London Control 118.775, bye-bye.
Centre on 118.775, Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, have a good day. London Control, Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, flight level 240.
Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, London Control, radar contact.
London Control, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, flight level 359er.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, London Control, identified. Ryanair 3 Alpha November, contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Center on 132.15, Ryanair 3 Alpha November.
Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, approaching our top of descent, ready for lower.
Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, Isle of Man, landing runway 08.
Isle of Man, landing runway 08, Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy.
Easy 72 Hotel Papa, contact London Control 118.475, bye-bye.
Contact London Control 118.475, Easy 72 Hotel Papa.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, radar vectors, ILS runway 22, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 22, ready for descent, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, Belfast City Airport, landing runway 22.
Belfast City Airport, landing runway 22, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, descend to flight level 180.
Descend to flight level 180, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Logan 89 Lima Tango, London Control, expect radar vectors.
Expect radar vectors, Logan 89 Lima Tango.
Logan 89 Lima Tango, radar vectors, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ready for descent, Logan 89 Lima Tango.
Logan 89 Lima Tango, Isle of Man Airport, landing runway 21.
Isle of Man Airport, landing runway 21, Logan 89 Lima Tango.
Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy, descend to flight level 220.
Descend to flight level 220, Rafa Romeo 83 Heavy.
Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy.
10x4 Alpha Delta, 10 left, heading 280 vectors for the approach.
10 left, heading 280, 10x4 Alpha Delta.
Contact, you have information, Charlie. Isle of Man Airport information, Charlie, 1126 Zulu, wind 150 at 17, visibility 10 miles or more, few clouds at 1500, scattered at 4000, temperature 14, dew point 10, QNH 1020, landing and departing runway 0821, transition level 030, advise on initial contact, you have information, Charlie.
London Control, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, flight level 202.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, turn right, heading 350 vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 350, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
EG893 Echo, London Control, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 16.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 16, EG893 Echo.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, contact Belfast approach 134.8.
Contact Belfast approach 134.8, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Ryanair Kilo Mike, London Control, expect Impel 1 Echo, runway 24.
Expect Impel 1 Echo, runway 24, Ryanair 8 Kilo Mike.
JetBlue 1926, contact Scottish Control 119.875, have a good day.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875, JetBlue 1926, have a good day.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, radar vectors, ILS runway 22, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 22, ready for descent, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, Belfast City landing runway 22.
Belfast City, landing runway 22, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Shamrock 44 Tango Hotel.
Shamrock 3 Golf Mike, London Control, expect Factory 3 Romeo, runway 10 left.
Expect Factory 3 Romeo, runway 10 left, Shamrock 3 Golf Mike.
Ryanair 3 Alpha November, contact Shannon Control 132.15, bye-bye.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15, Ryanair 3 Alpha November.
EG893 Echo, radar vectors, ILS runway 16, report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 16, ready for descent, EG893 Echo.
EG893 Echo, dice landing runway 16.
Alright, dice landing runway 16,
EG893 Aberdeen approach 135.175.
Contact Aberdeen approach 135.175, EG893 Echo.
Ryanair 8 Kilo Mike, Impel 1 Echo, runway 24, report ready for descent.
Impel 1 Echo, runway 24 ready for descent, Ryanair 8 Kilo Mike.
Ryanair 8 Kilo Mike, descend to flight level 260.
Descend to flight level 260, Ryanair 8 Kilo Mike.
Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, contact Ronald's Way approach 135.905.
Contact Ronald's Way approach 135.905, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy. Ronald's Way, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, flight level 136, we have Delta.
Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, Ronald's Way approach, good day, QNH 1019, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 08.
QNH 1019, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 08, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy.
Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Raphael Romeo 83 Heavy.
Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy, turn left, heading 285 vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 285 Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy.
Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy, descend to flight level 040.
Descend to flight level 040 Rafael Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy.
Runoff way, Logan 89 Lima Tango, flight level 098 with Delta.
Logan 89 Lima Tango, runoff way approach, QNH1019, expect radar vectors for.
QNH1019, expect radar vectors for Logan 89 Lima Tango.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH1019.
Descend to 3,000 feet, QNH1019 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy, turn left, heading 260.
Turn left, heading 260 Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy.
Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy, descend to 2,000 feet.
Descend to 2,000 feet, Rafa Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 heavy.
Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy, 7 miles from CS 0810 right, heading 070, maintain 2000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 08.
Turn right, heading 070, 2000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 08, Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy.
Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy, contact Ronald Sweetel 119.005, bye-bye.
Contact Tower 119.005, Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy, bye-bye. Ronald Sway Tower, Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy, ILS runway 08.
Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy, Ronald Sway Tower, wind 150 at 17, runway 08 cleared to land.
Runway 08 cleared to land, Rafa Romeo 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 83 heavy.
200, 100,
Glide slow. Glide slow.
50, 40,
Flaps.
30, 20, 10.
Ronald Flightradar, Logan 89 Lima Tango. Bravo Romeo, Romeo, Romeo 83 Heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy.
Logan 89 Lima Tango, Ronald Flightradar, wind 150 at 17, runway 21 cleared to land. Runway 21 cleared to land, Logan 89 Lima Tango. Logan 89 Lima Tango, exit next available taxiway. Exit next available taxiway, Logan 89 Lima Tango. Logan 89 Lima Tango, ramp 21 taxi via Juliet. Hold short runway 08. Ramp 21 via Juliet. Hold short runway 08, Logan 89 Lima Tango. Logan 89 Lima Tango, cross runway 08 at Juliet. Continue taxi via Bravo Alpha. Cross runway 08 at Juliet. Continue taxi via Bravo Alpha, Logan 89 Lima Tango.
Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy. Request taxi to company gate.
Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy. Ramp Whiskey 1 taxi via Kilo Alpha. Hold short runway 21.
Ramp Whiskey 1 via Kilo Alpha. Hold short runway 21 Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy. Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy, waiting to cross 21.
Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy, cross runway 21 at Alpha. Continue taxi via. Hold short runway 21.
Cross runway 21 at Alpha. Continue taxi via. Hold short runway 21 Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy.
Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy, cross runway 21 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Cross runway 21 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha Charlie. Rafael Romeo 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 83 Heavy.
aircraft be advised, information Echo now current, QNH1019.